Oh, good morning. We have been discussing the plant layout. lecture है मेरा. We have been discussing the plant layout. Yesterday we have discussed the one type of the layout, that is a process layout. We have seen that the plant layout means the disposition of the various facilities. Okay, for example, equipment, material, manpower, and services of the plant within the area of the site. So there are the different types of the plant layouts are there. And then first is the process layout. Second is the product layout. Third is the combination layout. And next is the fixed position layout. And next is the flow pattern. So these are all the plant layout. Yesterday we have discussed the process layout. In the process layout, we have seen that the process layout is also known as the functional layout, and it is characterized by the models of the products change after some time. So the in the process layout, all the machines, they are arranged according to their functions. So the all lathe machines will be at one place, all the milling machines will be at one place, and all the other machines, they will be arranged at one place. So this is arranged according to the functions. So every plant layout has its advantages and disadvantages.
Hello sir.
Yes.
सर
What?
बाकी स्टुडंट वेटिंग मध्ये.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Whenever such students are waiting, please convey me the message, because the students are joined according to their wish, and they wish after 10-15 minutes, and it is now very difficult for them, because we all get disturbs. To add in the meeting, we also require some time. So students are requested to get admitted in on time. So next we'll discuss the product layout. It is also known as the line type layout. Line layout or type layout. So it implies that the various operations on raw materials are performed in a sequence. So we take the raw material from the store and various operations are performed on the raw materials. And that has to be performed in a sequence. And the machines are placed along the product flow line. The machines are placed along the product flow line, and that material has to pass through that line. Material has to pass through that line, and all the machines are arranged in a sequence in which the raw materials will be operated upon. And this type of layout is prepared for the continuous operation. If the continuous operations are there, then the product layout is generally considered. This involves a continuous flow of in-process material toward the finished product stage. So for example, product layout is generally a simple product layout diagram will be like this. This is suppose lathe machine, one lathe machine. This is another lathe machine. Then after operation of the raw material over these machines, this semi-finished product is sent to the drill for drilling purpose in drill section. After drilling section, the semi-finished products again will be sent to the milling machine, that is mill section. Okay, then it is sent to the again the drill section, and then it sent to grinder. Okay, so this is the mic banda kara. A simple mic banda kara. This is a simple product layout. Okay, the product layout is generally like this. This is suppose the storeroom. And we take the raw material from this storeroom, and the three lines are there. This is the line, suppose this is X line, this is Y line, and this is Z line. So these raw materials, some raw materials is taken on this X line, some materials will be taken to the Y lines, and some will be on the Z lines. So on in coming from X line, there are the different machines are placed. For example, suppose D machine, D, E, F, G, these machines are there, and there are some machines are also placed on this A, B. Okay, then it is connected like this. So it is a point W, and the material which is brought on this X line, that is again operations are performed over this raw material on these machines, that is LKG. And whatever the semi-finished product is done on this line, it is again added with A and B, and again operations is performed at B at W point, and it is again they have to perform the operations on this H and I machines, and this product semi-finished product is again added to this line at point V, and then there are again different machines are there on the Y line. M machine, N, that is O machine, and then this P machine, and after that it is sent to the stock room. Okay, can you see? So the raw material from the store is fed to the three lines. These three lines are this X line, this is Y line, and this is Z line. All the materials in the X line get produced on the X line, and all this material get processed on the line machines. These machines D, E, F, G. Whatever the raw material is taken from the store, it is on the X line, it is processed on these machines and meets the material of Y line. This again meets the material of the Y line after it has been processed on the main assembly line. So this is, we can say, main assembly line. So this the raw material which is processed on this machine is again processed on the main machine lines here, H and I. So the main processing line raw material is again taken from these storerooms. It is performed on the machine A and B, and the products of X and Y, whatever the products we are getting from this X line and Y line, they are assembled at this point W. They are assembled at this point W, and again they get processed at these machines. They get processed at the machines, that is H and I. And after that there will be the another machines coming from the Z line. Okay, and this raw material is again processed on this machine LKJ, and again this semi-finished raw material again it is processed with the product of the this line, with the product of the main assembly line, and this is assembled at point V. So once the product which is coming from the main assembly line and the Z line, it is get assembled at V, and after assembling that product is again processed over this machine M and O and P. So in this way, after that the total assembly gets works on machine M and OP, and again it is go to the stock room. It is go to the stock room. So this is the finished product, we can say. It is given to the stock room. So this type of the layout is generally called as the product layout. This type of the layout is generally called as the product layout. So the advantage of this layout, what are the advantage? The less space is required for the same volume of the production. Less space is required for production. Next advantage is that the automatic handling, automatic material handling. Automatic material handling is there. So the lesser material handling moment, times and cost. Okay, we can save. Next is the less in process inventory. Then product completes in lesser time, whatever the time required for the process less time required. Next is the better coordination and simple production planning. And simpler planning. Okay, and less skilled workers may serve the purpose. Even though your workers are not skilled, it is no matter. Less skilled worker will solve the problem. Okay, so all these are the advantage of the of the product layout. So as every coin has two sides, advantage as well as disadvantages. So since the specified product determines the layout, if the change is required in the product, suppose some changes are required to make in the product, we have to involve the major change in layout. That is the disadvantage of this plant layout. Major change is required. Major change is required for a change in product. For a change in product. And the space or rate of working depends on the output rate of the slowing machine. Okay, so whatever the pace of the rate of working, that is again depends upon the output rate of the slowest machine. Whatever there are different types of machines are there, whatever the rate of the slowest machine, that will be the rate of working. This involves the excess idle time for other machines if the production line is not adequately balanced. So excessive idle time for the other machines means we have to go in the line, and therefore we have to first process the raw material on the different lines. Suppose for example, we have just seen X line, Y line and Z line. All the raw material is processed on this line, whereas when the materials are being processed at these machines, on the first stage machines, the second and third stage machines, they will remain idle. So that is the disadvantage of this process. Next is machine being scattered along the line. Machine scatter along the line. Okay, so each machine of each type has to be purchased for keeping a few as by the standard, means all type of the machines were to purchase, and some we have to keep as a standby. Whenever one machine fails, we can use the other machine also. So though it involves the less supervision, because everything goes in process in the sequence, though it involves the less supervision as compared to the process layout, sometimes it becomes difficult when one inspector has to look after another. So okay, so it is difficult to increase production. Difficult to increase production beyond the capacity of the production line. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of the product layout. Okay, next is the combination layout. A combination layout, the name itself indicates something. Combination means it is a combination of process and product layout. This combines all the advantages of process and product layouts. of both the types of layouts. Moreover, these days pure product or process layouts are rare. Okay, pure product or process layouts are rare. Uh, Combination layout is generally there everywhere. Most of the manufacturing sectors are arranged in the process layout with manufacturing line occurring here and there, whereas the conditions permits. So combination layout is just it is possible where an atom is being made in different types and size. Okay, so in such a machinery, in such cases, the machineries are arranged in a process layout, but the process grouping is then arranged in the sequence to the manufacturing various types and the size of the products. Therefore, the combination layout for making different types of this uh, we'll see one diagram of the combination layout. So this is the storeroom. Okay. So this is the process layout. Process layout and product layout. Okay, the materials are taken from the stores and it is arranged like this. So this is a F for the blank forging hammers. This is F1. This is H1 and this is a GF1. Okay, so this is 2, this is 3, 4. Okay, and this is a HT1. So this F stands for the blank forging hammers. These are the hammers. So products are coming like this in this way. Okay, and we have to hammer the product. Okay, so this is at the first stage, the forging hammers are there. Then second is the hobbing machines for cutting the gear teeth. H4 is the hobbing machine for cutting the gear teeth. After that it comes to the HT. So HT stands for the heat treatment furnace. After the heat treatment furnace, it is sent to the gear finishing machines. Gear finishing machines, and after that it is sent to the storeroom. Okay. So this is the F stands for so this is F is for the blank forging hammers. And this S stands for the hobbing machines for cutting gear tubes. Hobbing machines for cutting gear teeth. And this HT is the heat treatment furnace. HT is the heat treatment furnace, and GF stands for the gear finishing machine. Okay, so this is the combination layout. Combination layout is useful when the number of atoms are produced in the same sequence. When the number of atoms are produced in the same sequence, but none of the atoms are to be produced in bulk. If the atoms are produced in bulk, then this system cannot be used. This system is only used when the number of atoms are produced in the same sequence, but none of the atoms are produced in the bulk, and thus no atom justifies for an individuals or independent production lines. So for example, such type of the systems are used for making files, hex saws, circular metal saws, wood saws, etc. can be manufacturing on a combination type of layout. Okay, so we'll discuss the next, that is a fixed position layout. Fixed position layout. So the name itself indicates something. The position is fixed, means in this case, the fixed position of the product position is fixed, and such type of the layout is generally used in ship building, aircraft manufacturing, and big pressure vessels fabrications. For example, such type of the layout is generally used for the manufacturing of the ship or the aircraft. So aircraft is generally placed at one place, means the product of this aircraft will not be moved. It is placed at one site. Okay, and at these sites, all the workers, they have to attend for the manufacturing of this aircraft, that is airplane, or it may be used for the manufacturing of the ship. So such type of the layout is there by the fixed position product. This figure is for layout for fixed position of products. Okay, so this is the different sections are there. So this is a engine section. E for engine section. This is A by F section, that is airframe section. A by F means this is airframe section. This is again engine section. Then this is the instrument section. And this is again airframe section. Such type of the sections are there for the manufacturing of the aircrafts. So the layout discussed earlier, the process or the product, in that the product moves past stationary production equipments, whereas in this case the reverse applies. The main and equipments are moved to the material. All the mains and machines, they are moved to the material for the manufacturing of this aircraft. So all the machines and mains, they move to the material which remains at one place, and the product is completed at that place itself where the material is lies. Okay, so this is the fixed position layout. In this case, the position is fixed. All the materials and mains we have to brought here for the function of this layout. So what are the advantages of this layout? The advantage of this layout, it is possible to assign one or more skilled workers to a project from start to the finish. Means in previous layout, we have seen that even if you have the less skilled workers, that is no problem. Less skilled workers can be used for the manufacturing of these different items. But in fixed position layout, it is very necessary to assign one or more skilled workers to the project from the start of the project to the finish of the project in order to ensure continuity of the work. Suppose for the manufacturing of the aircraft, this is not 1 or 2 days process. It takes a number of years to complete the aircraft if the less number of the peoples are there. So the skilled workers should be there. Otherwise, if skilled workers is not there, the manufacturing will be delayed, and this is, we can say, one of the type of the advantages, because once we have the skilled worker with you, the manufacture will be in very, it will be happen in a very small time. Okay, next is next advantage is that more skilled worker is, we can have. Second is it involves less movement of the material, as the material is fixed at one position, less movement of material. Okay, and there is a maximum flexibility for all sort of the changes in product and process if you want to change. Okay, so more flexibility is there in all sort of change in the product or process. Okay, next advantage is that a number of quite different projects can be taken with the same layout. Okay, more projects can be taken with the same layout. So these are some advantages of the fixed position layout. As every coin has two sides, this system is also having some disadvantages. Okay, what are the disadvantages? It usually involves the low content of work in process. It usually involves a low content of work in process. Means all the works that is happen simultaneously here, and therefore we cannot function all the work in the process. Actually, this is a progress, not process. Okay. Second disadvantage is that there appears to be the low utilization of labor and equipment. Low utilization of labor and workers. So if you are low utilization of labor and works equipments, because this is a fixed position and everybody has to come here, and therefore this, there appears to be the low utilization of labor as well as equipment. It involves high equipment handling cost. High equipment handling cost. Okay, So these are some disadvantages of this fixed position layout, and the application of this layout by fixed position of product is limited to the large items made singly or in a very small lots. Okay, so these are the different types of the layouts. We'll discuss now the flow pattern. So the flow pattern is one of the most important phases of plant layout. This is one of the most important phases of the plant layout, is to achieve the optimum effective flow of materials. Flow pattern. What is this flow pattern? Flow. This is one of the most important phases of plant layout. Most important phases of the plant layout is to achieve an optimum effective flow of material and optimum effective flow of material. So material should be effectively flow over the sequence. Okay, so this is throughout the plant, flow of material throughout the plant. And therefore, naturally, the principle of minimum moment. If there is a minimum moment, the minimum cost will be required for the transportations. Distance travel is also less, and therefore, this will be the basis for optimum effective flow. And the principle of minimum moments reduce the material handling cost. Okay, this will also uh, reduce the inventory, process in inventory, and the space for the processing. So the supervision and control becomes simpler if there is a effective optimum effective flow of the material is there in the plant. And therefore, while designing the new plant layout, generally the flow pattern is very important, and it is decided earlier and then the plant is designed. Therefore, as far as possible, a flow pattern should be simple in order to have easy supervision and control. The various flow patterns are there with the different characteristics and the place of application and the use of, for example, flow pattern. Flow. You take the screenshot of the attendance and send to my personal WhatsApp number. Characteristics and the place of use. So flow patterns is like this. Just we have seen the flow patterns. The flow pattern may be right like from left to right or sorry. So this is a flow pattern. This is the simplest material enters at one end, at Y end, and it exists at the X end. Okay, it is prepared in building having long length and smaller width. Where the buildings having the long length but the smaller widths are there. Material characteristic is material enters at Y end and exit at X end. Okay, it is generally prepared for building and it is used for building for heavy